Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my urban canopy project. 7 weeks ago, leading scientists from around the world with the UN Commission on Climate Change issued a devastating report saying that within 20 to 40 years, the impacts of global climate change are going to be catastrophic for tens of millions of people. Just this past Friday, our government, the US government, 6 agencies confirmed that report. There are thousands of really cool organizations doing all kinds of nonprofit, non-governmental work in the field of climate science and climate innovation. And governments around the world are doing incredible things. The thing that struck me about the UN climate report was how they framed the issue. They said that it was still possible to change course, but they said very clearly that at no time in human history has any government ever demonstrated the ability to move as quickly or as thoroughly as the governments of the world would need to do now in order to stem the tide. So one thing that I think we need to do is change our cultural outlook on how quickly we can move as a species and as a country and as citizens. One of the many areas of environmental science, which I understand almost nothing of, that captured my imagination was this idea of creating an urban canopy. Imagine that if cities all over the world, in private dwellings and buildings all over the world, people were to add a green feature to their roof, to their balcony, to their environment. You would essentially reclaim the ability for territories to contribute to the process of pulling carbon out of the atmosphere. Now, it doesn't eliminate it, it stores it. So it's a temporary action, what they call a stopgap measure. Because what we need right now on this planet is time in order for all of the great new technologies to come into place. I drive a Prius. I actually have a hybrid Toyota Mirai, which is a hydrogen, not hybrid, a hydrogen car. There's all kinds of, we know now, it's no surprise that wind and solar and renewable energies are no longer considered a wacky thing of the liberal left. It's something you can see when you're driving in Wisconsin or Iowa or Maine or whatever. These farmers and governments are taking advantage of the business opportunity of these things, of these technologies. But we're in an emergency moment, and we have to give our species a little bit of time to make the transition. And carbon capture, or in this case, urban carbon capture, may just be one of those tools. So, I want to demonstrate how quickly we can move. I want to answer the United Nations climate scientists report that says that governments have never demonstrated that they can move quickly enough. So, I'm asking everyone to put $5 towards this project. If we can raise $500,000 quickly, I will manage a process so that we retrofit 100 urban homes with this urban carbon capture green feature in their homes, and you'll be able to watch it. So this hurts no one. It creates a handful of temporary jobs, and all it costs is $5. You know, I played Rudy. If I was standing on the grounds of a stadium with 100,000 people, I would probably get booed off of there. But before I got booed off, I could say something like, hey, who'll give me $5 so that I can go put I can go retrofit 100 urban dwellings with this carbon capture plant stuff. And I bet many thousands would say, sure, Sean, we've liked your movies. That sounds like a cool idea. Here's $5. The key to this process is speed. If you were going to do a program like this, you would, through the government, there would be all kinds of feasibility studies and so forth. It would take forever just to get it as a ballot measure that we could vote on independently. But here on GoFundMe, which is barely set up, it can handle it, but $500,000 is a lot of money for GoFundMe. But it's nothing in the process of demonstrating the ability for us to move to a slightly different way of managing our homes. We are going to find these 100 private dwellings. We're going to pay to put the green feature in. We're going to pay to maintain it for 1 year. At the end of the year, we'll either remove it or the people are more than welcome to continue maintaining it themselves. And like that, that's it. If we get to the end of the process and scientists say, what a terrible idea, we were totally wrong about carbon capture, that's not going to work on any scale, then what did we lose? You invested $5 and we demonstrated that we can implement an idea that doesn't work. But what we'll have is the knowledge that together we moved quickly and we accomplished executing a particular path. That kind of mentality for human beings is what governments are going to need in order to answer the challenge that the UN climate scientists have laid out for us, which is the absolute necessity of moving more quickly and in a more thorough way than governments have ever been able to demonstrate before. So, I am, the money, insurance is going to be important, the materials, the labor, all of the things that it takes to stand up a 501c3 in a heartbeat, and then to funnel this money through it and create the product. The product, 100 houses with urban canopy features in a short period of time. I'd like to do it within 12 months. If we can do that, and the country can look at it and say, wow, that's all it took, let's replicate that. So that would be a fun process to be a part of, helping see the scaling up. All right, that's it. I've taken too much of your time. It's Giving Tuesday, $5. Also, I've offered autographed posters of Stranger Things, Rudy, Lord of the Rings, or the Goonies, which we'll purchase with that money, and then I'll autograph and send out. But that's not the spirit of this thing. And by spirit of it, I mean it's never going to work. I need 100,000 people to give $5. I can't sign 100,000 posters. But if you, I will put in there. What I will add to the to this campaign is I will raffle off 300 posters. So $5 gives you 30 chance. Sorry, not 300. Yeah, 300. 300 posters. So $5 gives you 300 chances to win a thank you of a signed autograph poster from me. Okay, thank you all very much, and I appreciate your attention and I appreciate your support. And the odds of success of this campaign raising $500,000 are just as small as the odds of success of human beings making the kind of changes we need to give us a chance to change to renewable energy on a global scale. So, but I'm hopeful. And I gotta say, in the period of time since yesterday when I had the idea to do this and launched the GoFundMe, I haven't said the name Donald Trump. I haven't talked about Republicans or Democrats. And when I scroll past on my social media feed, the snarky or mean-spirited comments, it hasn't bothered me because I'm too busy thinking about this. So again, I encourage us to be as aware of as many of the other kinds of projects that are out there that are going on as possible. Maybe give $5 to 10 of them. Anyhow, thank you so much, and away we go.